we've already had leaks and reports. In fact, today we've had some news of a new Touch ID report that I want to share for the upcoming 2022 iPhone. I also want to share on everything we know about the iPhone 14 release date and price. So that's right guys, there are already leaks and reports for the next generation iPhone. Now straight away a lot of you are probably saying the iPhone 13 has just been announced and you're already talking about the next generation iPhone 14. How could this be if Apple had just created the last iPhone? Well, believe it or not, the iPhone 14 has already been in production, in design, for the last couple of years. For example, the original first generation iPad was a prototype in the early 2000s, around 6 or 7 years before it actually got released in 2009. Another good example is with the original iPad Air, where Tim Cook at an interview after its launch in 2013 said that Steve, who was referring to it as Steve Jobs, was very proud of the iPad Air project. If you didn't know, sadly Steve Jobs passed away at the end of 2011. So as you can see, Apples are always working on future generation products, even if they're about to launch their latest product. So lots of ideas and renders are already flying around, as you can see in this video. But let's go over a couple of reports and then let's talk about the iPhone 14's release date, then followed by a summary of the main features we know so far, including the price. So the first report is to do with the Touch ID on the new iPhone 14. Now we've had reports over the last year about Apple tinkering around with Touch ID capabilities, especially on under-screen fingerprint technology. However, for the iPhone 14 with a Touch ID under-screen sensor, a new report is coming from Ming-Chi Kuo has now said the Touch ID iPhone will be coming in 2023. So realistically, this is going to be the iPhone 15. This is disappointing news, as originally Kuo has said that this was coming in 2022. However, this might make sense now, as we've been told by Jon Prosser a new Face ID sensor is coming, and this might be put into the new iPhone 14 with a newly designed notch. But then we've also had a report from Ming-Chi Kuo who has also recently said that the iPhone 14 might not actually be totally notchless. It could be that the notchless iPhone is coming with Touch ID with the iPhone 15, and for the iPhone 14 we may get another round of Face ID with Jon Prosser's updated Face ID sensor. But as all these reports are still early, this leads me on nicely to say that all reports and leaks are not 100% proof they will come true in the next generation iPhone. I can only present to you what I've been told and shown. However, if you are watching this video, then you're as curious as I am in knowing what is going to be inside the next iPhone anyway, whether it will come true.